It's week 1 of the 2025 season. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Jags and the Broncos coming up next.
Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Well, Brock, we saw week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note.
Yeah, this is the week where I really can't take myself back to that locker room, to week 1 across the different seasons. And whether it was high school or college or pro, it was the same feeling. Right? It was hope springs eternal. Even though it's the fall and the calendar's turned and it's week 1, you're so hopeful of what lies ahead.
Ball teed up, Logan Cook out for the kick. And here we go at Mile High. McCole Hardman now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right? Week 1, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Opening play, and Bo will throw. This is Ingram working the left side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Nix off the play action. He beams one, deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. Let's go. They'll throw again. Nix. This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal. Here's Chubb. Is across the line for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's Parker Washington with the return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And getting his first start in the National Football League, it is their rookie out of Colorado.
I think we're all excited to see just how early they cut him loose and let him start taking off with it as a runner. He's a quarterback for the modern NFL game, and part of why they're confident in starting week 1 as a rookie is that added dimension he brings to their offense.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play, and that's a Jaguar 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. We're going to look now, Brock, at their picks from this year's draft, a group that they've been more than willing to say they are very excited about bringing in.
Well, lots of folks on the media side, and frankly, other NFL front offices, Kate, have talked about the steals in this class. Some guys who should have gone much, much earlier than where they ended up going. This is a group that, if everything works out, could provide a lot more value than the picks that were spent on them.
That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. They're now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Certainly drop these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage. But I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the 1st down. If anything, they can see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
Etienne has the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars finish off their opening drive. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars tie it up as he nails his 1st try of the season. On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Nix. Escapes out to... Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, you take a huge negative sack like that.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go. Go, go.
Nix from the gun. He's trying to go deep again. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this is going to be his 1st punt of the new season. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Starts his return from the 23. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. 2nd drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. second down now, 7 to go. Off the play fake, he'll throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Back to throw now. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Broncos corral it!
A normal old stop with third down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from them literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
Chubb here on first down. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
And the defender comes away with it. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw, but you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They gave one away on their first drive of the season. Now it's time to get one back with a touchdown on drive number 2. They're set up at the 35 now. To throw here on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They have second down behind the sticks. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. They cross the 40. Nice run there. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Pass play coming here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Jacksonville in punt formation. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60+. Denver set to take the field on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Throwing on first down, Nix. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly.
And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars parlay the interception into points. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Cook to kick this away. LaVisca Chenault to return it. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And the last two drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense is eating, it's been a tough watch.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Nix with it on 1st. Pass taken in by Sutton. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, it's Nix. This is hauled in by Ingram. And they get this down to the 28. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Completed to Sutton. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Broncos tie things up at 14. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. readying for another drive on offense. And they should be well rested. They were only out there for 1 play last drive, and they found the end zone. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 3 now. They're throwing it. To the sideline, and he has the catch. Tough play for a small gain, but it does get the first. Now give, it's ETN headed left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
To throw it on 1st down. On the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Now looking to throw. ETN on the catch. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. ETN on 3rd down. And they bring him down around the 34. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Man in motion here. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Brian Thomas Jr., his intended target. And it's going to be 2nd down. He'll throw it. That's Thomas, he's got it. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's got it at the 6. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Now the second time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a second home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Cook to kick this away. Hardman with a return. And he gets crunched by a big hit right at the 25 to end that return. The Broncos get the football. Not a lot of time left in the half. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. Here's Nix. That's complete to Ingram along the sideline. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Nix now to throw. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
60 Eagle. Let's go.
Nix looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
At the 37-yard line.
Cougar 19.
They'll throw again. Nix. He throws a bullet deep to... That's grabbed inside the 30. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. Catch made over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. He'll look to throw. He's on the move. He can run it. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
That brings us to our first halftime of the new season. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip of the year around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Chargers who are on top in the second quarter. Mike Williams, a touchdown reception. From there, we slide over to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Panthers looking for the win on the road in Week 1. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Steelers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. One of the top performers in that first half was the running back Travis Etienne. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Washington now to return. Returns looking good so far. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The Jaguars are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. An option give here to Etienne. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Let's see what they went with on third down. Etienne again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
They'll cobble together a yard there. Tackle made by Chris Abrams-Drain. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. They'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. Cut near the goal line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow, and he is dicing them.
Etienne takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Broncos 21.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Broncos are ready to go, and we'll get a look at receiver Marvin Mims. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell, sell, sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
Trying again, following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
60
Now Nix. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. Good little rip there, looks like about 6. Riley Moss with that tackle.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Now quick to the left, it's caught. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
To throw here on 1st down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. ETN gets it on the draw. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backward.
By a man, and now he's in the clear. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
19, Tiger, 19, here we go.
Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Ready, go.
They'll throw it again. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Cut near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. McLaughlin. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and
Set.
goal.
Unlock line. Alert. Alert.
Chubb trying to run his way in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos cut it to a field goal game. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. And after that last-second score in the 3rd, we'll resume play with a kickoff. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He fields it from the 8. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. The tackle is made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Play action on 1st down. They did it! He made the interception! And the Broncos have some new life in the 4th.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action with Mix. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Cougar 19. Come on. Set.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
And we're barely into this quarter, Kate, and already a tied game, a whole new game. Starting from this point, every single possession will be a premium.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Washington now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Here's ETN on 1st down. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, looking to throw. That's taken in by ETN. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. We're at a premium in this league.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. He'll get this to ETN. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Jaguars want to end it in regulation if they can. They still need 10, but the offense getting set on 4th down. He'll throw it. He's going deep. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Here he is to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that. You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Now this is a beauty of a kick. It's headed out of bounds, no chance at a return or a touchback. They're gonna mark it out at the 6. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Setting up to pass. Forced out to his right. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. He's got a man left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Gets everything he has under this. This is caught inside the 15. And he breaks the tie. That should win him this game. Brock, touchdown. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7.
Broncos 31.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Hardman with a return. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Huh.
One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Jaguars, as we'll see you next time from Denver.